Good morning, guys. We are starting out with some clouds out there this morning. It is a warm 70 degrees in Springfield, coming with humidity and some southerly winds. We still have some fog issues to the east, a half-mile visibility in West Plains and 1 mile in Fort Leonard Wood. We're finding some sprinkles in Springfield, but you've got some showers and storms to the south and west near Bentonville and Fayetteville. The core of those storms is missing us to the south, taking with it this severe threat. It's 70 degrees in Springfield, 71 in Monette, and 68 degrees in Branson. If you're homeschooling today, you'll find some clouds to start, some showers and storms possible this afternoon in multiple rounds. We kind of have a messy setup out there today, but we do have some fuels for strong and severe storms. So everyone is included in a slight severe risk for the threats of some 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, quarter size hail. The tornado threat stays very low. So hour by hour, we'll find those storms to the south kick eastward. A line of storms could possibly come in from the north overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Some showers and storms possible there. We'll find those showers and storms tonight, and then again tomorrow. The severe threat will dwindle as we head through Tuesday. So if storms organize into a line this afternoon, you'll find that push of 70 mile per hour winds. Additional storms possible this evening, continuing with that wind and hail threat. We keep a storm chance through Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday, but we lose those severe fuels. Joe, Jen.
We have some education coverage for you. College students have been back to school for a little bit and are now caught up with OTC and Drury for some numbers as we did. At OTC, enrollment is down 5% overall for both online and seated classes. The university saw a 46% increase in online enrollment and a 26% drop in seated enrollment. As for Drury, the total enrollment is down 3.4%. That school is actually one of the few colleges in the country that is offering fully in-person class options only, so that drop is not that big at all for them.
Drury's international enrollment is very spread out. They're really coming from all over the globe, and by virtue of that, we don't have anything, for example, China, the Middle East are some of the areas where, frankly, the federal government has made it a little more difficult for students to come here.
Mike Brothers with Drury University says if everyone continues to follow masking and other safety guidelines, they'll continue to offer those seated classes safely.
Bringing crime into focus, an Everton man charged for his involvement in an alleged rape of a Springfield woman is attempting to have bond reduced today. Zachary Wade is one of 5 suspects charged in this case. Court documents state he and 3 other men kidnapped the woman, drugged and raped her multiple times. All 4 men face multiple felony charges, including rape and kidnapping. 1 woman was also charged in this case.
A lawsuit over Springfield's mask mandate goes to federal court today. Attorney and former city councilwoman Christy Fulnecke filed the suit against the mayor and city council on behalf of Rachel Shelton. The suit claims the mask mandate is a violation of civil rights and an overreach of government. 7 circuit court judges recused themselves from hearing the case, and the city requested the case be moved to the federal level. A hearing on that request is set for today. We will let you know what happens as we continue to follow.
News from around the region. A 31-year-old mother with ties to Kansas City is fighting to stay alive after being diagnosed with COVID-19. Caller 10's Nija McDonald joins us now live in the studio to tell us her story. Nija, good morning.
Yeah, Jen, good morning. It's been a difficult 2.5 months for the Lopez family. Now, they've been fighting coronavirus together, everyone from the 4-month-old to the parents. Now, while most family members experienced mild symptoms, Reina Lopez, the mother, didn't recover. She's now fighting for her life with the help of a hospital ventilator in Arizona. Lopez has been in the hospital 70-plus days and on a ventilator for 5 weeks. Her brother-in-law and Kansas City resident Victor Lopez says he's thankful for the growing support from the community. A GoFundMe page to help with hospital costs has already collected more than $8,000.
One night it could all change, and I just hope people are mindful and continue to take care of themselves, not only themselves but the people around them. I never expected this. It was, when we started the GoFundMe page, it was just, hey, let's give it a shot. And just seeing everyone from Kansas City just pushing for us, it's crazy.
Well, Reina Lopez tested negative for COVID-19 for the first time last week. Doctors are considering a lung transplant as they slowly work to remove her off the ventilator.
Just a few weeks ago, Kansas City, Kansas student athletes were finding out that fall sports were suspended, but due to a new ruling, they can now compete in the spring. Athletes are saying they're thankful, but it also makes things a little complicated. Many of them typically play football in the fall and then another sport in the spring, like track. This situation is creating a bit of a dilemma for numerous athletes now.
Some students do multiple sports, and you have to balance those sports out, and that could be a lot, too.
So a lot to figure out regarding that. Athletes and parents believe, though, certain sports will suffer as kids are going to be forced to choose.
News from around America. Hundreds gathered in front of the State House in Boston on Sunday to speak out against mandatory flu shots for school children. Just recently, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health required students of all ages in public or private school and even college to receive mandatory flu shots. The only people excused from this are for medical or religious reasons or for kids who are being fully homeschooled. The deadline for students to get their flu shot for this school year is December 31st.
Hundreds of cooks, servers, receptionists, and housekeepers at Universal Orlando Resort hotels are losing their jobs due to the pandemic. Lowe's Hotels announced more than 800 employees at Hard Rock Hotel, Portofino Bay, and Cabana Bay Beach resorts were indefinitely furloughed or permanently terminated.
Passengers started to check in for the first ever flight from Tel Aviv to Abu Dhabi today as top aides to President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu fly to the United Arab Emirates. The delegation is expected to put final touches on a pact establishing open relations between the Gulf power and Israel. The delegates will have made aviation history by taking an Israeli commercial airliner directly from Tel Aviv to the UAE capital over Saudi territory.
All right, it's finally here, everyone. Look at this. A Japanese company has finally successfully tested a flying car. No joke, all right? During this demonstration, it has a pilot. The car took off and circled the test field for about 4 minutes before landing. It's named SD-03. The car has 8 motors and takes up the space of about 2 parked cars. The company says they're going to continue to develop technologies to safely and securely launch a flying car in 2023, Jen. Get excited.
In 2023, that's
close.
Right now.
Yeah, that's a snap of your fingers.
Well, now let's take a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, we'll have the latest on nationwide protests, some that turned violent since the shooting death of Jacob Blake. Plus, how do you start college in the middle of a pandemic? New freshmen share their new normal. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Taking a look at what's trending right now as you just wake up, some sad news that you'll see. John Thompson has passed away. He was a longtime basketball coach and also known for being a player there. It's up on our website, ozarksfirst.com, was 78 years old. And coached Georgetown for a long time, Jen.
Yes, and he has an autobiography that is scheduled to be published in January, so that's new too. And he was the first black coach to win a championship with the NCAA.
To win March Madness. Love
Yeah.
it. All right, read about it on our website there, and get ready for some rain today.
Yeah, some rounds of showers and storms. Make sure you've got that Color 10 weather app handy. Some could be strong to severe.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for starting your week with us here on Daybreak.